Welcome to the Thriving Artist Podcast, where we share strategies and support for artists to thrive.
We know that the art world can feel like a lonely place, and we want to provide a network of support, impactful strategies, and an abundance of encouragement to help you grow your authentic art career.
We're your hosts. I'm Jamie Smith.
And I'm Kaylan Butine, and we are also the co-founders of the Thrive Together Network, a community of female and non-binary identifying artists and artists who are caregivers.
We truly believe in community over competition, and we're so glad you're here. Enjoy this episode.
Welcome to another episode of the Thriving Artist Podcast. We really appreciate you being here and listening in. I'm Kaylan Butine, one of your hosts, and I'm really ready for the new year. It's like a clean slate, one of my favorite times of year.
I'm Jamie Smith. I'm your second host, and I'm so excited to get this year started. And this episode is called Creating Your Vision for the New Year. So as artists, we have these dreams, and we often want this fulfilling and successful art career in this art world. And it's really hard sometimes to figure out, how do we create dreams into a concrete vision or a plan? We talk so much about goal setting at this time of year, but we really like this idea of a vision. What is the vision you have for yourself? So we are really thinking about, how do we set goals, navigate challenges, define our unique path in this creative industry, and what does this vision actually feel like and look like?
Well, and I think, you can't really create the concrete goals and the, plan unless you allow yourself to dream. And dreaming is part of that, kind of crafting a vision. It's kind of one and the same. Your vision really becomes, kind of this guiding light for you. It can help you create those goals. It can help you make decisions. And one of the things that I like about a vision is that it's very connected to how you want to feel as an artist, not just kind of the things you want to accomplish. And, when you're going through those motions of the tasks that build to the goals that, connect to your bigger plan, remembering your vision and having a lot of clarity around your vision and how you're feeling and the things that you're doing, I think can create a more holistic experience for us. So we're not just like these little robotic artist machines, right?
Goal-setting artist machines.
Yes. So let's dive in. Jamie, do you want to start by giving us kind of our first step for creating our vision for the new year?
Yeah, Kaylan and I often come back to this, which is just that first step is really self-reflection. So if we don't go inwards, it's really hard to create a vision for ourselves outwards. So we need to take the time to understand ourselves, our passions, and our values. So we've come up with 3 questions that we think are really useful when you're starting to build this vision. So number 1, what drives you as an artist? What is that core driven? We don't have to be artists. It's actually a big choice to be an artist and a practicing artist. So what drives you? Number 2, what themes or subjects resonate with you? Why, excuse me, why do you make the art that you make? What really resonates with you? Because it's different than anyone else's unique voice. And number 3, what kind of impact do you want your art to have on others? We're all trying to get our art into the world, and it's kind of like, why? Why do we want that art into the world? So we hope that these 3 questions kind of will start you off to think about this vision, think about your voice as an artist, and set the foundation for looking outwards.
I will say too, Jamie, that as you mentioned, we, kind of preach reflection a lot, and it's not always something that is like very sexy, like, oh, I'm going to sit down and journal. It's kind of like,
reflect, baby.
I have to sit down and journal. But I will say, even questions that you're like very familiar with, like that you first glance might think you have the answer to, setting aside some time to sit down and respond to them. I think new things always come up. That's one thing I've found in this effort to consistently reflect on my art practice. So our step number 2 for creating a vision for the new year is to think big and visualize your ideal career. So this is the dreaming part. We want you to imagine yourself 5 or 10 years from now, maybe you can ask, what does success look like for you? What does you in the role of I am confident, I am strong, I am feeling great, I'm doing what I want to do, I am successful. What does that look like for you as an artist? Picture the exhibitions, the collaborations, the recognition, the personal growth. What are you doing? Visualize that ideal future self. And that vision is what can help you kind of build a path, create a map to achieve those goals, to actually live out that vision. Here's where you take that dream and you start to put it into, tangible plans.
I really believe in visualization. I think it's a tool that can help you manifest your dreams. I created a Skillshare class all about making a vision board, and it's all about visualization and using it as a tool to move forward. So I am a big advocate for this, and it leads right into step number 3, which is to create a vision board or to journal, these ideas out, or stick images and collect it that way. But I really believe that a visual representation for artists can be really important because we're such visual people. And it's a reminder of those goals. It's adding to your vision as it evolves, and it keeps you focused. So I always tell this story. I've taught these classes before, and it's this idea of we sometimes can't even see what we really are dreaming of because we haven't made it visual. We haven't made a path for ourselves yet. We can know what we want, but until it's in a concrete form, it's hard to see it in our world. So, for example, I pass a store window and I see a sweater that I love. And I think, oh, that would look so good on me. I can see this sweater. I can see the visual of me as an artist sweatering it up in the studio, looking cute. So I go out into the world, and then all of a sudden I see other people wearing this sweater. The key here is the sweater was always there. These people wearing the sweater aren't brand new. It's not magically marketing that's happening around me. This sweater was always there. I just didn't see it. It wasn't in my vision. So I didn't know that I really wanted it. So by taking the time to put visuals to what you want, it's going to open your eyes. It's actually, in your brain, it's opening pathways in your brain to see the things that are really around us. And that can include opportunities. It can include that gifts that you didn't even know were right in front of you that you can start to really capitalize on as an artist. But we have to be able to see it before we can actually believe it and make it happen.
Amazing. And if you are somebody who doesn't naturally have, kind of these skills to conjure up a visualization for your art career, to put that pen to paper or let your mind kind of wander, next week, Jamie's going to be releasing an episode where she's going to walk you through a visualization activity. So you can, next week after that comes out, you can sit with, your sketch pad or your notebook and just listen to Jamie create and
guide you.
Yes, guide you through that vision, so that there'll be a tangible example for you to use, and a tool, a resource that we're providing for you to plug into, better visioning for yourself.
Yes.
So, all right. And step number 4 is where my juices really get flowing, because sometimes I struggle with the big dreaming. Jamie, I think you're a little bit better at the, the nebulous dreaming, and I'm a little bit better at but what's the plan, people?
Where do I write this down?
Yes.
How do I make this happen?
So step number 4 is to create a concrete plan. That is really why we've created the Thriving Artist Map and Studio Guide, which is our workbook that we created that goes along with everything we do as a community. You don't have to be a network member to utilize the Thriving Artist Map. It's a tool that you can take into your studio and just plug in and use anywhere you are in your artist career. But for me, the map is kind of all of our effort into helping you take your vision and creating a plan for your vision, right? It's, the tools and resources that Jamie and I are familiar with, that we know of, that helps you literally write the roadmap to being the artist that you want to be. And there's activities for writing your vision, for breaking your vision down into smaller goals, and then breaking those goals down into tasks and plugging them into a calendar and like watching this vision come to life throughout the year. Because you really can't just expect this big vision to manifest, right? Like you have to figure out, where am I going to get the money to buy this new sweater? Where is the sweater purchased? Like you have to come up with a plan for living that beautiful artist sweater life that you shared about, Jamie, So it's important that we, identify sort of the skills, the knowledge that we need to make these dreams a reality. And, I think being in a supportive community is a big part of that. But we want you to remember that your vision is a journey and that every step you take really can bring you closer to being the artist that you want to be. And that's what's important.
I love having the map. This is, our second year. So we have a full map done because what I found is that it's actually documented my journey along the way. So every year I always make a vision board. I love this kind of new year dreaming, but this is the first year where I've actually watched it unfold and seen the things that I've actually let go of during the year, the things that I've accomplished, the extra magical things that have happened because I was just on this path. And so it's so wonderful to see the progress all in one place. And this year we've kind of upped it because we've actually made it much more of just a weekly studio planner. So a weekly calendar, a weekly agenda for you. And then we have all our programming. So there's activities throughout that you can come live and do with us, or we put instructions that you can just do on your own. So we've tried to create this year that is this mix of dreaming, planning, visioning, and really setting you up for this holistic picture of what being an artist, a working artist today really is.
Absolutely. And that reminder to look back on, the map. If you were an artist that went through the map with us in 2023, definitely take some time this time of year to look back. And, if you're just starting with us and you're going to sign up and, buy yourself a map, just know that, a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, it is this beautiful record keeping of your whole art career. So there's a lot that this resource provides you.
Yeah, we're really excited. We hope this episode is helpful. You can get your map and you can sign up with us at thrivetogethernetwork.com. You can buy your copy there. And as a member, we do offer a free PDF download version. And then you can buy your physical copy if you want that to write in, which I love and is my guide every week. So I'm so excited.
It's so pretty to carry around, artists designed it, so it's going to look good. Well, we really hope this episode helped you gain some insight on the steps for creating your vision for the new year. Remember that your artistic journey really is unique. It's special only to you. Only you can make the art, that you make, and only you can put it out into the world in ways that are meaningful to you. But we hope that with a little bit of support from us through this podcast and the Thriving Artist Map and our community, the Thrive Together Network, you will feel, extra supported to move yourself towards success this year. So as always, Jamie and I are here for you. We are cheering you on, and we believe in the work you are doing as thriving artists.